I am reading a book. The title is Anatomy of the Soul: Surprising Connections Between Neuroscience and Spiritual Practices by Curt Thompson. This was published in the year 2010. I want to share with you one of my favorite parts regarding shame and fear, in which the author was able to link this to Adam and Eve's story from the Bible. The man said, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." Then the Lord God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." The man's shame is too piercing, his fear too pervasive, his prefrontal cortex too disintegrated. Instead of paying attention to his emotional state and telling God exactly what is going on inside his head, he impulsively, mindlessly turns on Eve as a means of protecting himself. In his shame, he shames her. It appears that turning to reflect on the entirety of his story, his silence, complicity, and passivity in Eve's conflict with the serpent, would require access to memory that at the moment he wants to deny. His implicit memory of fear and shame is being evoked, undermining his prefrontal cortex capacity to reflect on those parts of his emotional state he finds most painful. His brainstem's fight or flight circuitry and limbic system's dysregulation are at full throttle. The specter of spiritual death hovering in the shadows cast by the grove of trees in which he has been hiding. Exposed, humiliated, and left undefended, Eve follows suit, deflecting responsibility for her behavior at the feet of the serpent. Notice that God asks uncomplicated questions that could be answered directly. Of Adam, "Have you eaten from the tree?" And of Eve, "What is this you have done?" From Adam, a simple yes or no would suffice. From Eve, a response of "I ate some and gave it to him" would do. However, each includes data in his or her answer that God didn't ask for. He begins with simple questions, not in order to accuse, as the serpent had done, but rather to truly engage the couple, looking for someone to give him a straight answer. They will have none of that. Nor often will we. Fueled by our fear and shame, we often avoid plumbing our emotional depths, explaining with left-mode alacrity and desperation why it's not our fault but rather someone else's that our marriage is in trouble, that we are immersed in conflict with our pastor, that there is racism at our school or church. Shame, ignited by fear, leads to sin, to the disintegration of our minds, beginning with the prefrontal cortex and spreading to our individual relationships, communities, and nations.